What's up, everyone, and welcome to episode 20, season 4, Girl You Know What podcast. I am Danielle.
And I'm Keisha, over here making all the noise. So.
Girl, like I said, you know what? I mean, when we first got on, there was an alarm in the background.
We had to wait.
Yeah, I told you that, my neighbor likes to cut the grass when I'm recording. We're at home, so it is what it is. Yeah. Just keep it real over here.
Comes out.
I mean, listen, it is what it is. Like I said, people know we record at home. We ain't in no fancy studio, like I told you. So, you're going to get that. You know what I mean? So,
absolutely.
Just like I said, this is just good conversation between girlfriends. That's all it is.
Yes, it is.
So, how was your week?
Terrible.
Oh, God.
Terrible. That's all I can say. It's terrible.
Okay.
It was terrible, but, it's life.
Yeah. So, always something, but yeah.
Always.
So, mine it was actually kind of chill at work because nobody was really there during, for the holiday. I worked Monday, of course, was off Tuesday and Wednesday, and Thursday and Friday.
Did they give y'all both days off?
No, we only
took Wednesday?
Yeah, I just took Wednesday off. And girl, let me tell you, so I forgot because I got this new position. I forgot that I had scheduled the day off. And I didn't realize, I was so busy Monday trying to get all these emails done and everything like that. So when I got back on Wednesday, I wouldn't be swamped, after the holiday, because they try to sneak stuff. The people that are working, they work, you know what I mean? So they're always trying to sneak stuff in because they don't think nobody's there and they can get everything, at you and say, well, I sent this so-and-so, they try to get you. So, so I was trying to get as much as I could done Monday, and I didn't even look at my calendar or nothing like that. I didn't even pay attention. So Tuesday, of course, I was off. I was all, I got to go back to work tomorrow. Wake up 5:30 in the morning, take my shower, come downstairs, log on. Of course, my computer's taking forever to boot up. I'm just like, oh. But anyway, after all that, something pops up and says LA, which is leave of absence. I was like, are you kidding me? I forgot all about it. And usually I'm on that. I don't forget nothing, especially around the holiday.
No days off.
No. So I logged off so quick, and I didn't end up going back to sleep or nothing. I was just up. I got some stuff done that day, so I was actually productive. But yeah, so that was what I went through this week. Nothing major. It was actually kind of cool and laid back, But so there's that. So let's go ahead and get into this show, girl. First, okay, this is one I know you're going to have a strong opinion on.
Okay.
And it's about our girl, Nene Leakes. So, Nene...
I'm going to be on Nene's side, so go ahead.
Right, okay. So, you just said, regardless of what the hell it is, you on Nene's side.
I'm going to stick beside her.
Listen... That's your girl. You gonna stick beside her.
That's my girl, but just tell me. I'm gonna be honest though. But
right. Okay. So she was asked if she would come back to Real Housewives of Atlanta.
Okay.
If she would ever come back, and she said, "Yeah, I'm definitely open to coming back.
Okay.
But only for the fans. If the fans want me, I will come back."
Oh, okay. Yeah.
So people were saying that she's selling her soul and all this other stuff, and I was just like, but she said she would do it for the fans.
So this is my question. What exactly is the beef with her and Bravo? What is it?
I think it's more with her and Andy. Now, from what I understand is that Andy had done some, and I could be wrong, but this is just what I heard. Her and Andy have had some beef because she felt like that, she is the queen of the Real Housewives franchise, she is. Yeah. So, I mean, just period. Out of all the cities, Nene is that girl.
All the cities.
She's the girl.
Her, Vicky.
Mm-hmm.
It was Teresa.
Yeah.
And we're talking about the people who people are watching for.
Exactly. And who still have it.
Opinions.
Right.
We're talking about the people who brought the ratings.
Exactly. So you said Nene from Atlanta, Vicky Gunvalson from OC,
and
Teresa, from Jersey.
And if we're being honest, Giselle. Because people watch because they hate Giselle.
Because they hate watch Giselle. That's why they're still watching.
Miss an episode because of Giselle.
Right, because let's keep it real. I still watch Potomac, but it's not that great.
Yeah, it's not that good. I
No.
watch it because they black.
That's it. That's the only that and
Look,
that's
I watch Bell Collective, and it's something else. Oh, and I watch Carlos's new show, Love
mhm.
and Marriage, Detroit.
Mhm.
It's terrible, but it's a train wreck, and I won't miss an episode.
Right. See, that's what gets you.
Yes, it's utterly terrible,
Right.
and I will discuss that at the end of
Okay.
the show because it's
Okay.
terrible.
Okay. But
But
so what do
yes,
you think about
she's
that?
not lying.
Yeah. So I
But
don't
I'm gonna
think that
say
they
this, and I
really
hate to say it,
go ahead.
that white man ain't finna agree with you. He ain't gonna try to give you your props and say you the queen of nothing.
No, and that's what I think it is because he's the queen of Bravo.
In his eyes,
Yeah. So you're not going to come in here. So she thought that she was lowballed on a lot of contracts and things like that. Other people were put ahead of her when it came to negotiations. So basically, I mean, it's all behind the scenes stuff. It's not what she actually brought to the show because when all the
and it's
seasons
not
Nene
anything
was
that actually happened on the show.
exactly
It's just the backdoor stuff that
right,
we don't see. Okay, well,
yeah,
okay. So I just was wondering. Well, I don't know why people think she shouldn't come back. I think she should
yeah.
because the show is dying without her.
I don't watch any season she's not on, so there's that.
Neither do I.
Yeah, I mean, because there's nothing going on. I tried to watch one of the seasons she wasn't on, and I was just I was just like, what am I? I don't think I got
It's
through three
because
episodes.
none of it's cohesive without her.
No, She's the central
Nobody is
point.
like the Karen Huger on that show.
Mm-hmm.
They need a Karen.
Yes.
Like Karen is kind of like the peace, not quote unquote the peacemaker,
Mm-hmm.
because her and Giselle still have that
That
riff with them.
yeah. Uh-huh.
Karen is like the neutral person,
Right.
senior person who was kind of like supposed to be the voice of reason.
That level
But
head.
sometimes she'd check you when she got to.
Exactly.
The same with Vicky. The
Mm-hmm.
same way how who else did I say?
Teresa.
Teresa. Teresa kind of in the beginning was everybody's friend.
Mm-hmm.
You didn't really see Teresa start to super spaz out until Melissa joined the cast.
Right.
And that was because that brought her family into
Mm-hmm.
the mix. And she didn't want her, because everybody has a private life.
Oh yeah.
Even people on reality TV.
Mm-hmm.
And everybody's dealing with stuff privately that they don't want everybody to see.
Right.
And when they brought Melissa on, it kind of brought Teresa's beef with her brother. It brought her parents into it.
Mm-hmm.
It did too
It did
much.
too much. Yeah, that she wasn't prepared for because she's a family
No,
person
she
and she
wasn't
didn't want
prepared for that.
right and she didn't want
And she
all of that
probably never really
exposed.
wanted it.
No.
Nobody wants to beef with their family in public.
No.
They would rather just say, that's my brother, that's
Mhm.
my brother's wife.
And then remember her cousin came on there too, and that kind of did a little bit more, well, I
Yes,
can't remember what her
because
cousin's
they
name
brought
was.
Kathy on
Kathy,
first.
yeah.
Yeah, they brought Kathy on first. It was a big mess.
Mhm.
And it was like they were intentionally trying to bring her down.
Yeah.
The same kind of things they did with Nene.
Mhm.
It was like, I'm intentionally trying to push your buttons to bring you down.
Right.
But you know why I think the franchise has not really been successful? I think a big part of it is Carlos's fault.
Mm.
And I feel like what they say, you throw a rock and you hide your hand.
Mhm.
I feel like the Real Housewives of Atlanta was like a glass house.
Yeah.
Carlos threw a rock and ran off and shattered the whole house.
Oh yeah, he tore that thing up before he left. He was like,
I am a
boom.
firm believer that Carlos told Phaedra that Candy said that stuff about Portia.
Mhm.
I don't care what nobody
I remember
say.
you saying that from the
I
beginning.
believe it wholeheartedly
Mhm.
because Phaedra not stupid.
Right.
Phaedra is a lawyer. She know the game.
Mhm.
And behind the scenes, I don't know her actual name, but her name on Instagram is Producer Princess.
Mhm.
Her and Carlos was the ones working on that show on those seasons.
Yeah.
And she knew if she divulged that information, what it would do to Carlos's reputation And she knew it would break the whole friend. She knew that.
Mm-hmm.
So what did she do? She thought that if she kept her mouth shut, it would preserve her, or somebody would stick up for her.
Right.
And that is not what happened.
He bounced.
He left the whole show and went to start his own stuff. I'm telling you, Carlos, I don't trust him, but you know,
No.
whatever.
I told you them messy Detroit queens. Come on now.
And he has Candy completely convinced that, oh, it was him, Candy.
Yeah.
Sitting there smiling in his face, and I know she probably gonna say, oh, somebody gonna have to bring me some proof.
Mm-hmm.
It was him, Candy.
It was him.
It was word of mouth. It was what most people don't know how to do. He told her word of mouth.
Mm-hmm.
And because he was who he was, Phaedra believed him.
Yeah.
And now they got Candy over there at the Real Housewives of Atlanta. Like, she is like, oh, the god to the show. And she is making it's terrible.
It's terrible. She's boring. She's always been boring.
Oh my God, it's so terrible. Like, she is, and this is no disrespect, because look, I like being a behind the scenes girl.
Mm-hmm.
Candy is like a worker bee behind the scenes.
Right. That's where she
should collect
excels.
her money in silence.
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead and make your commercials, write your songs. Like, but you are not a main character type of girl.
No.
And I know we all hate Latasha Scott, but Latasha Scott proved that to us.
Right.
Even when you sat there and tried to point out how you sang on all the songs and you did this and I did that, it's like still like Candy. But nobody was checking for you. You just named 7 songs that you sang lead on. If you ask 7 people on the street who the lead singer of Escape is, they're going to say Latasha Scott.
They're going to say Latasha Scott, yeah.
So that proves to you that you're not as memorable, or you're not as like lead singer material as you think you are. And that's no disrespect.
No.
Like, everybody can't be Beyonce.
That part.
I mean, I hate to break it to everybody. That's why we don't have no girl groups no more.
Mm-hmm.
Because everybody think they Beyonce.
Yeah.
And you just not.
No, you don't have that.
I'm sorry. And even the girls who sing with Beyonce, see, they know it. They know everybody.
Oh, they knew their place.
And that's why their group was successful.
Mm-hmm.
Because they knew it.
And it didn't even have to be said. Matthew didn't have to say nothing. Beyonce didn't have to say nothing. They just knew what it was. They knew their part.
They knew their part.
Mm-hmm.
It was the modern day Supremes, like Wyclef said.
Right. She was the Diana Ross. Let's just keep it real. It didn't need to be said. You know, they didn't have to change their name to Beyonce and Destiny's Child like the Supremes did at one point.
Yeah.
You know, but
that was Barry. Barry did that.
Barry did that. We know
Diana
that.
didn't want that.
Because those were her girlfriends. She didn't want all that.
No, she didn't want that drama.
Right. So, but you know, it was something that it didn't need to be said. It was what it was. Everybody knew their place. The fans knew what it was, and that's why Beyonce is who she is. Candy, girl, you found success behind the scenes, like Keisha said. That's your niche. That's your thing. You know, you're the business girl, and that's how I want to be.
You made your money off that. That's your bread and butter.
Right.
Writing songs.
You're not.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
But you're trying to turn yourself into this Beyonce, and you just ain't.
Mm-hmm.
You just ain't. And there ain't nothing wrong with that.
Again. And it's no shade. It just is what
but
we
live in a society now where everybody is an attention whore.
Mm-hmm. That's why everybody goes to social media.
Yes, everybody needs you.
Even her.
Look at me. Like, I did this.
Mm-hmm.
I did that. And I want to challenge people this. Not just on social media. Pay attention to the people in your family.
Girl.
I want you to just sit back.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, somebody just was telling me a story today, and we were like just discussing it. And I'm thinking to myself, like, I hate to use this word because it is so overused in today's time.
Mm-hmm.
But this attention-seeking behavior and this, I don't want to just blame it on social media, but I think that's what it is.
Right.
All the, I want to get all the likes and I want to get all the attention.
Mm-hmm.
It has created, we are damn near living in a narcissistic society.
Oh yeah, without a
And I hate
doubt.
to use that word
But it
because
is.
y'all running it in the ground. But it's we're definitely living in a everything is about me society.
Mm-hmm. That's why we're in the position that we're in now.
Yes. Like it's really crazy. So she said she would come back for the fans, and
Yeah.
what's people's beef with that? I think she should come back.
Well, they were saying because of all the issues that she's had with Bravo, why would you come back?
No,
Period. That's
she
basically
needs
what they're
to.
thinking. But
It should
yeah,
be her, Sheree. It should be Phaedra gonna be on Married to Medicine from now on. So
yeah.
I just feel like Phaedra deserved another chance to be on TV because her life was interesting. Her and
Mm-hmm.
Apollo are getting along now.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Their
I just
boys
feel
are
like
getting older.
yes, like I felt like it was more to her story and it was more I wanted to see from a lady because I'm sick of looking at you hoes. I want to see like a grown professional woman. And even y'all kind of Phaedra's age. And y'all still dress like teeny boppers. Candy?
Listen,
Like all y'all.
I mean,
Kenya? Like y'all look just weird. Now Drew getting a divorce from her husband.
oh
She probably gonna
gosh.
be out here naked too.
Oh yeah,
Like,
yeah. Thirst traps. Yeah.
yeah, like y'all, I don't know what y'all trying to do, but I really wish they would get some different people on the show.
I always tell people
I
take
need
a cue from Usher. Because remember when Usher's career kind of went down because he took a little break for a minute. I believe after what was Confessions. Because he was at his peak. He
yeah, oh
came
yeah,
back and he was doing things like with Chris Brown and
yeah,
he was trying to like do music like they did, like younger.
right.
Which we weren't that old, but still, okay, we're in our 30s. Usher, they look up, so it's just like you couldn't
Mhm,
do. And I remember saying this, Usher, we love you. We're always going to support you, but you need to do Usher music. You need to do your music. Don't try to
yeah,
do all this, teeny bopper stuff. And then
mhm.
what's he doing? Now he's on a resurgence because, I mean, everybody's coming to see him because he's doing what he does
His
best,
music in
his music.
Vegas,
Yeah.
yes,
So it's just like, you need to
yeah. Don't be
be yourself.
genuine. Don't do the genuine. Genuine out here trying to break all his
I
hits.
mean, every time.
Yeah,
And it's
yeah.
just like, I mean,
Usher,
falling and
he
shit.
really bounced himself back.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So there's that. So this one's going to be kind of short, but I just thought it's funny, but it's not because it's just like, I mean, y'all know better than this, but dear Google.
Why did they do that?
So if you don't know, all you had to do this week was search Luther Vandross. Just search Luther's name and Master P came up on Google. Now, I can
But
understand someone going on Wikipedia and being stupid and changing the picture or something like that because anybody can do that. But Google.
did y'all, when y'all did the mass layoff, did y'all lay off all the black people? I'm just curious.
That's what I'm thinking is going on
Do
with all these
niggas work
major
there still, Google?
publications. Listen, I was just like, of all people to mistake Luther with, I can understand maybe Freddie Jackson, maybe Howard Hewitt, someone around that time, but Master
Yeah.
P, I was like, who the hell
And now
did that?
Master P somewhere feeling like shit, I'm sure.
Like, y'all think I'm Luther?
Y'all done told him he looked like Luther Vandross.
Listen. And y'all didn't
And
say which
Luther had a
Luther.
whole Jerry curl.
Baby.
That was just sad. I do
Yeah.
want to say this though.
Mm.
So this week we have to talk about threads.
Oh, girl, I am addicted.
But so I joined Spiel.
See, I haven't joined it yet. I downloaded the app, but I haven't joined it yet.
I joined it. I
Okay.
joined Spiel. And I just feel more at home amongst the blacks.
Oh yeah, yeah. That's why.
Because
That's the only
I
reason why
had
I'm
gotten
joining
off of
it.
Twitter
When that food
some
took
time
over.
ago.
Mm-hmm.
I had gotten off of Twitter because of the whole Zuckerberg, not Zuckerberg, but what's his name? Elon
Elon
Musk.
Musk. Yeah.
Just the moment he took over, I knew like, nope, this ain't for me.
And then we saw what happened.
Because immediately didn't he give Trump back his access?
Yeah.
And let me tell you what really turned me off from Threads, and I was like, okay, so this is the exact same thing as Twitter.
Mm-hmm.
Because somebody put a thread up and said, can we please make sure that racist Nazis stay off of the site? A
Mm.
girl from Breads responded and said, now wait a minute, because I might have screenshotted it, y'all.
Mhm.
Because you know I will screenshot something in the background. I don't like allowing folk. I don't like
Okay.
Will you make sure the Nazis are removed from this platform? Here at Threads, we respect everyone to be kind and we expect everyone to be kind and respectful to others. That includes respecting the choice to live a Nazi lifestyle.
Oh.
We welcome everyone. So yeah, I'm gonna stay over on Spiel with the Blacks because if you are telling me that this is the same thing, then
Well, it's going to be the same. It's going to have the same people on there that are on. It's the metaverse, so it's going to have the same people on there that they let
yeah.
be on Facebook and Instagram. But for you to actually say it, I mean, we
I
already
mean,
know
came
what's going
right
to
out
be
and
on
said
there.
it. So I said,
Yeah,
well, I won't be spending a lot of my time over here. So
I'm just
I'm
all
just
for it because it's just like Twitter, and I love Twitter.
and that's why he's suing them because I kind of was like, this look just like
It
Twitter.
looks just like it. It's just black and
It's
white.
exactly
It's just
gotta
got
be some kind of trademark and something.
but
Something gotta be.
he's not going to be able to win that suit because I mean, it's just like how many Twitter competitors are out there. You know what I mean? And it's a pissing contest again, with Elon. Everything's a pissing contest with Elon Musk. That's all it is. But yeah, I'm gonna check out Spill. I downloaded them both at the same time, but I ended up going on Threads because all you had to do was just connect your
Yeah, like
Instagram
they said, if
account.
you have an Instagram account, you have Threads.
Yeah, you
They
already
were
have it.
saying like,
Yeah, you
"Oh,
just got to connect it.
I'm
Yeah.
not getting on that, and I'm not doing this." And somebody was like, "Well, I hate to tell y'all, but if you have an Instagram account, you have Threads already."
Yeah.
And if
Mhm.
you do go in your little settings, it is right
It's
there. It
right
says
there.
Threads. You
Yeah.
push that Threads button, and it's already telling you what your ID is on
Mhm.
Threads.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. So
there's that.
there's that. So, real quick, so we talked about before the show, we talked about Beyonce's show being canceled in Pittsburgh.
Oh yeah.
And I told you that a few weeks ago on Juneteenth, I wasn't able to go because I had to work, but my family, they went to Pittsburgh. We have a lot of family in the Pittsburgh area. So we usually go there like every other year. We went there last year too, but they had a Juneteenth thing, so we just had our family reunion there at the same time. And Taylor Swift was there.
Mhm.
So the Beyonce concert was allegedly canceled because of technical issues.
Right. Mhm.
So from what I understand, they were having technical issues with Taylor Swift as well, but they didn't cancel her show. They worked through everything.
Well, I think
And
it was Beyonce's decision to cancel. I don't
well,
think
yeah, but I'm just yeah, I'm sure that, but
Taylor
this is
probably was
why.
like, I'm not canceling because she probably didn't want to refund that money. Beyonce was like, I can get you your money. You can get your money back immediately.
Right, right. But I'm just saying why people were upset, like
Hmm.
originally, So of course, they turned it into um, Pittsburgh hates black artist.
Oh
And
Lord.
yeah, oh girl, it was going down. Because when we talked about it earlier, I thought that's why you brought it up. Was
Oh
because
no, because I just felt bad for the people. The
mm-hmm.
people were, like making videos, like, I'm just trying not to cry. I really
Mm-hmm.
had like saved up for this.
Yeah.
And then the one girl was like, so her ticket was like, I think the tickets, I don't know what people thought they cost, but the tickets were like $800 or $900. They
Yeah.
weren't like as expensive as people were trying to make them out to
Right.
be.
Yeah.
But she said because now that the tour is in motion, when she tried to go look for a ticket in a different city,
Mm-hmm.
the tickets were like $4,000 and $5,000.
Right. Yeah.
So that's
Yeah.
what the dilemma was there. Like,
Yeah. Yeah. I saw that too. I saw where people
yeah,
were
I don't
just
even think it was
yeah.
that people were necessarily like super upset that they were of course sad the show was canceled,
Right.
but it was like even if I tried to go look for a ticket in a different city,
Mm-hmm.
now I can't afford
I'm
it.
paying like well, they're trying to make me pay 3 or 4 times more than what I paid
Hmm.
here, and yeah, so hopefully, I mean, it's Pittsburgh, it's a major city, so I'm hoping that she will reschedule. But I don't know if she refunded everybody, if the
Oh
tickets
yeah,
got
they said you can
refunded.
get your money back in the 2012.
Yeah. Yeah, and I mean, and
We
they'll
didn't
do
even
that
get to try to
anyway.
pull it.
Yeah, I mean, they'll do that anyway because I mean, they're obligated to, especially like if a date gets changed, because you may not be able to make it to the rescheduled date if it does get rescheduled. So I get that, but yeah, I just thought that was crazy how people take it to different extremes,
Yeah,
like
they do.
yeah,
These
but
people gonna act like
especially of course they had to bring up Taylor, and I'm just like, I mean, Taylor don't
I
give a
don't see
damn.
people's fascination with her.
I mean,
Like they had her on the nightly news, and I was really trying to focus. Like,
now I will say this, I don't know much about her music, but her views and things like that, I mean, how she just does not give a damn. Now I do like that about her,
mm,
but other than that, I'm just like, I don't see the big thing about. I mean, I just don't get it. It's just me.
I
I
have not
just
listened to a song that she sung. Like, so this is me just being me. Like, I don't have one clue about her.
Me either. Not
But
music
even like
wise.
her stage performance, like, it was just kind of
She
like,
don't. She doesn't do nothing.
I was like, okay, well, the white girls love her.
I mean, they love her. So
Yeah, go
there's
ahead.
that. So
And so,
finally.
dun 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 dun,
So
the
finally.
moment y'all been waiting for.
Ciao. I think I'm just going to title this episode "It's the Insecurity" for me, because Keke Palmer and her boyfriend, what's his name, Darius
Nigga, we don't even know
Dalton.
your name.
Listen, but that's what killed me,
Barely.
was because people were wanting to add him for him making those comments, and we're going to get into it. But they were like, I don't even know who to call you, sir. Like, what is your name? Girl, they were going in. I mean, y'all done ran that child off of Twitter. So
Like, have no clue who you are.
listen, but so go
And
ahead.
it's crazy because just what was it, a month ago? Her mom and him was on the podcast,
Mm-hmm.
and he was like, "Well, what if somebody comes to you as a woman?" She was like, "What?" She's like, "I'm Stevie Wonder to the bullshit, like that. Like,
Mm-hmm.
I'm not believing shit nobody tell me about you."
Right.
Like she said it. She said, "We gonna have to handle it deep down in the back room. Like, I'm not
in private,
in private." Like,
basically.
she's like, "I'm not doing that."
Mm-hmm.
She's like, "I will be damn near telling somebody, no, that's his twin. That ain't even him. That
Kiki's a
ain't him."
trip. I love it.
Yeah, like she was like,
She was for real.
she said it like, "I'm not even entertaining that shit." She'll never get on the phone with me.
Right.
And so the thing that really threw me was when people said, like, I just literally had this conversation with somebody before we got on the podcast.
Mm-hmm.
How the day that the earlier that day, she was praising him and saying like how he was a good dad. Like she's saying all this great stuff about him.
Mm-hmm.
The same evening he turns around and, like I said, which leads me to believe he expressed some level of insecurity with her going in the first place.
Oh yeah.
Like there was some conversation behind closed doors. And he didn't get the resolve that he was seeking because, again, what did I say earlier? We live in an attention-seeking society.
Right.
He didn't get the attention or the response that he wanted to get from her.
Mm-hmm.
So in turn, I don't know how old he is, but these younger people believe the first place they express their feelings is on social media.
Right.
And so he took it there.
A personal matter between two people in a relationship and the mother of your child, mind you.
And so I just really, really feel like, because we have to remember, now let's think about Keke Palmer before the baby.
Mm-hmm.
Keke Palmer before the baby was not the Keke that we have before us today.
Right.
Now, she's always been overly animated, and it's one of the reasons I don't, if I'm being 100% honest, I don't necessarily care for her as an actress. Like, I don't, she's not my cup of tea.
Right. Before she was irritating to me. Yeah, she was kind of irritating, like real immature,
absolutely.
and I know she's younger, but it was just like it was too much at times.
I'm definitely a fair person. I may not like some things about you, but I'm always going to, if you look good, I'm going to say it because she looks beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
Like every look that she is putting forth, she is giving the girls everything they looking for.
Mm-hmm.
She got her foot on their neck every time.
She's definitely matured in so many ways.
Every single time. But
Mm-hmm.
that baby, she got that baby body. Like that body done filled
Yeah.
out.
Mm-hmm.
So I honestly, this is me, you know, my opinion. It makes me feel like he liked the Kiki he had before.
Somebody
He
else said
liked
that. Go
the
ahead.
low key
Yes.
her. He
Yes.
liked the her that didn't get a lot of attention.
Mm-hmm.
He just liked, nobody was checking for you.
Because she was open about her insecurities, her bad skin, everything, things that she's been through. And like you said, people weren't really checking for her like that. It's like
Nobody was
people,
checking for her
yeah, she
before
wasn't
that
like
baby.
on that
Before
radar,
she
like,
got,
ooh.
now she's always had a nice body,
Mm-hmm.
but a baby kind of changes your body.
Right.
And so nobody was checking for her for real before that.
Mm-hmm.
And so now he has probably felt the pressure because again, that girl look good. That girl
Mm-hmm.
look good every time she step out.
Like you said, giving the
And
girls what they want.
it also may be tickling his insecurity about his own look. And I'm going to stand on this, and I've been telling y'all this for umpteen years. Men know when you too good for them.
Mm.
They're not stupid,
Mm-hmm.
but they are stupid. They have a clear picture of who is out of their league.
Yeah.
And he knows that now he might not have thought that shit before.
Mm-hmm.
Before he probably felt like, oh, okay, this she on my level.
Right.
Like
Yeah.
this, she young, jeans, gym shoe, like she wasn't ever really even making no noise in her fashion.
Yeah, she a homegirl.
And so he probably was like, okay, this cool. Like, I'm
Mm-hmm.
comfortable with her.
But she's still Keke Palmer, so she can get me out there.
But when she stepped her game up, now she out of your league.
Mm-hmm.
In his mind, because Keke may not be feeling like this.
No, and I doubt
He
it.
probably just loves him.
Mm-hmm.
And this happens to a lot of women in relationships. He knows now that she's above him. She really is too much for him.
Mm-hmm.
And so what's the first thing somebody do when you too much for them? They belittle you.
Yep.
Because they want to knock you down a few pegs.
Because you feeling yourself now.
To make you feel like, let me deflate your balloon a little bit. So your balloon can kind of sink back down to where we at. And I have had this conversation with men. Why the fuck do y'all do that?
Mm-hmm.
Instead of figuring out how to raise yourself up, you would prefer to knock a bitch down.
Like I always say, the male ego is a terrible thing. It's terrible.
Fragile.
It's very fragile.
It's fragile as a fucking egg.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, why do y'all do that? And again, the woman could be pleased with you.
Mm-hmm.
But it's the itty bitty man inside of you that really feels like, oh, I don't know, you don't need to put that on. You don't need to do this. You don't need to do that. And let me say this. She was in Vegas.
Listen, first of all.
And if she wanted her ass out, that's her choice.
That's her choice.
And she ain't got no husband.
Mm-hmm.
And I think you niggas got it twisted, okay? Y'all really be out here, and I might be saying niggas too much. I'm sorry.
No,
You men got it twisted where y'all feel like y'all can put restraints on a woman who you don't have any diamonds on her hand,
mm-hmm.
and you don't have any contracts signed down at the courthouse.
That part.
You can't tell me to do shit.
Listen.
I'm sorry. Until you have thought enough of me. Listen, Bishop Patterson said it best. You got to have a license to keep a dog. At least make him get a license to keep you. So until you have married me, and until I say I want to marry you, because look, some women is out here not wanting to marry the niggas that they with.
Right.
Now I
Let's
don't know
keep it
why y'all
real.
always think the man don't want to marry the woman. Because some of these women don't want to marry these men.
Right.
Y'all listen. Y'all really got life messed up. That young boy is just insecure. I'm interested to see how she will respond. We
Yeah.
done had all the think pieces about him, but as a woman, how will she respond?
Right.
Ain't her parents still married?
I believe so.
She need to come on up out of there away from that boy.
Yeah.
Y'all know them light skinned boys ain't really strong and they
I
mm-mm.
mean, a little fragile, a little
You talking
fragile.
about fragile. They real fragile. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. And he that
Child.
one kind of light skin with the curly hair light skin.
Oh yeah, so he's at the barge, so you can't
Oh
tell
yeah, he got
him
at the bars
nothing.
light skin. You
Yeah,
know how they
so
is.
yeah. So you
Uh-uh.
can't tell him nothing. So he really thinks he got it going on. He got a baby with
Mm-mm.
Keke Palmer. Come on now.
Yeah, like he really is he's fragile in his thinking.
And he's immature, obviously, for you to automatically, especially when y'all were just on, like you said at the beginning of this discussion, they were just on a podcast where she said if like basically to re-summarize, if someone came to her or she saw something that she didn't like that he did or whatever, then she would do that behind the scenes basically. She would confront him about it, talk to him about it behind the scenes. Where does he go? Right to Twitter. And like you
Yep.
said, that was just to bring her down because she was looking good, she was feeling herself.
Hmm.
She was on stage with someone who you could never compete with,
Right.
but people were like, she ain't got nothing to worry about with Usher because Usher likes older women. So that ain't even, you ain't got nothing to worry
And
about
if
with
he
Usher.
did like
And
women
if he
her
did, like,
age,
yeah,
why do it so you
what is
think
the
your woman is
purpose?
so loose that just because she went to a concert and got a
Girl,
hug that she gonna leave you?
right.
Y'all so irritating. Just bring yourself back to this moment. When y'all trying to figure out why women are not getting married, all the bull crap that y'all telling yourselves, tell yourselves about this moment. Tell yourself that y'all really go outside believing that your woman is such a whore, because that's what you're calling her.
Basically, pretty
That
much in
she's
so many
such a
words.
whore that if she hugs a man, oh, she cheating. She gonna be.
Mm-hmm.
What is wrong with y'all? Oh
Child,
my god, I wish I would go to therapy because
listen,
y'all are exhausting.
exhausting. And that's
And your
rightfully why you,
relationship is not therapy. It is not a place for you to treat your damn partner like your therapist.
right.
You need an actual therapist.
And you done messed up when even dudes are coming at you like, come on, bruh. It wasn't
But
just
see,
women
you knew
coming
there
at
was going to
him.
be a group of guys out there, and
Mm.
I've seen some. I unfriended one
Oh, yeah,
yesterday
well, of course there's going to be those
who are
guys.
going to
Yeah.
come out and say, "Oh, he can't express." Now,
Mm.
something he did say, only one thing he said that was true. He went on the next day or two to say, like, what the part that he's missing is it wasn't the fact that you expressed yourself
Mm-hmm.
about how you felt or that you were asking for respect from your partner. The problem was the way you went about it.
Exactly. And I think that's the main problem that everybody had.
Right.
Because a lot of people, yeah, they may have an issue with, your girlfriend, going out there with her booty out. You may not have known about it
Yeah,
that
'cause
she
her
was,
ass was out.
it was out.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you know I
So,
don't know that, but
yeah. So it's not like people weren't understanding that part. It was the way that you went about
it was
it.
the way you did it.
Mm-hmm.
You publicly shamed her.
Yeah.
And that's a problem.
Mm-hmm.
You know, what if we just start publicly shaming y'all for all the bull crap y'all do? Or what if we just
Child.
start publicly discussing y'all's flaws?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You
See, and that's
know?
that's the thing that a lot of issue people have too is that so many black women are constantly lifting black
Mhm.
men up, but the moment a black woman does something, bring her back down.
Yeah.
So that I mean,
We
so
constantly lift black men. And you know what?
yeah.
I think you see a lot of women, honestly.
Mhm.
And like I said, they put all these complaints out about, oh, well, why don't black women want to get married? And black women are buying houses. They don't want to compromise. They don't want to listen. They choose sorry men. And you know what black women are doing now? If you really look, we're not saying shit to y'all no more.
Mm-hmm.
We don't
That's
say
true.
anything. We are literally letting these men go on these podcasts and rant and rave, and we are just enjoying our lives.
Listen.
They are sitting around giving themselves fucking coronary attacks. Just eyes about to damn near bulge out their head, hearts beating so fast, veins popping out
Child.
their neck, like they are just screaming. And we on a boat.
Yeah. With our
Nobody cares.
with our good girlfriends living life.
Like nobody cares. And the
Mm-hmm.
fact that we don't care, that's what
That's
really
what,
burns
yeah.
y'all up even more.
That's what
What
it
do you want
is.
us to do? You've already expressed the fact that you don't like us.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what else you would like us to do.
I mean, when you got so many men just, and especially men that that just openly just, text and not text, but post and just blatantly call women bitches and everything like that. Do you think that women are going to be like, oh, that's who I need right there. That's the type of dude I need right there. Like, come on now.
You know, Tony the Closer, I don't know if people are familiar with him from
Mm-mm. I never
internet.
heard of him.
He is like a real estate guy, whatever. Him and Jay Morrison, the Black Wall Street. Is that nice? What is he? Jay Morrison, the one that got the black house in Atlanta. Like,
Oh, yeah, 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 yeah.
so him and Jay
Mm-hmm.
Morrison kind of be having beef with each other. But Tony the Closer dates a black girl and
Mm-hmm.
she's a designer.
Mm-hmm.
He was I just randomly today on TikTok saw a video of him talking about the Fresh and Fit. Is that their name? That podcast?
Yeah.
Always belittling women. He
Girl.
said because he from Miami and the dudes from Fresh and Fit is from Miami.
Right.
The guy whose podcast he was on said, "I've never seen you like link up with them. Why don't you?" Why haven't you ever been on their podcast? He said, because the stuff that they say about black women is disrespectful.
Very.
He said, and to like try to use black women's names and like Lonquisha and Bonquisha and then try to use it to promote your brand. He said that's goofy shit. He said them
Mm-hmm.
niggas is goofy. He said, and what people really don't realize, y'all sitting around taking advice and information from dudes who ain't really never got no play.
Exact. That's the thing now. That's the thing right there.
Yeah, he said these dudes never had play.
Why are they
They
so
never
bitter?
been nobody.
Mm-hmm.
They never had no sex from no women. Like he said it. So now what they do is a woman done played in their face, and now they get on these podcasts and just go crazy. Like they basically just airing all their grievances because women don't like you.
Right.
But why did you take that? So one black girl hurt you, two black girls broke up with you. But did you ever just stop to think maybe it's your personality?
Of course not. It ain't me.
Because it can never be you, huh?
Right. That's
Child.
why I said the black manosphere is, I don't know if white dudes have one, but so I'll just say the manosphere. The manosphere is just, their goal is just to demean black women and gay people. That's it.
I'm gonna tell you again. The only that I've done my time on the Green Mile, baby. If me and this one break up, y'all can have it. I coach y'all on the sidelines, baby, because I ain't gonna do it.
I know that's right.
I might get with somebody granddaddy, but
Listen.
I can't. Cause I just it's too the thought of having to conversate with these people
Mm-hmm.
is just
Exhausting.
oh my god. I couldn't imagine.
Mm-mm.
I could not
And the
imagine.
women who go on those shows and try to reason with them, y'all got
Oh,
my
baby.
utmost respect because there is no way I would probably had to jump across that table at one point or another, or I don't. It would not be good.
I
So,
was watching ID
hmm
and a girl, and this was a white couple, so we talking about but us, but the dude like choked her
oh
or like grabbed her for then he grabbed her phone one time
oh,
and I thought, and you didn't leave?
I mean,
He just literally choked you by the throat. And you got in your car and went to work the next day and didn't drive to your parents' house and just not go back.
right.
Oh, child.
Child, listen, y'all better than me, cause woo,
Baby.
ain't no way.
The way y'all like violence. I don't know.
Listen, and I think it's just some people just thrive, and I always say this, and we know those people too. They just thrive off of drama. They have to have drama in their lives one way or the other. They can't function without it.
Like, you can live without that man. I'm going to tell you.
Listen, it's very easy.
You going to save money. Because I don't like nobody messing with my coin.
That part.
Going to save you a couple dollars.
Mm-hmm.
Your hair going to grow. You going to lose some weight too.
Okay.
I bullshit you not. Me and my ex-husband got a divorce. We broke up and he moved back to his parents' house. He left in September. By January, I lost 20 pounds. I'm just telling y'all what I know to be true.
Listen.
Anything I tell you, I ain't telling you no shit. I'm telling you what I know to be true.
Exactly.
Your life gonna change.
Yeah.
Your life gonna change.
Child, listen.
Y'all better listen.
One day y'all gonna get it, hopefully.
Leave this is dead. It's dead weight.
Yeah.
You know, whatever it is you're doing, if you're drinking more than you would because you stress, or if you're drinking more because he around and y'all partying, you don't want to just live that life all the time.
Right.
You don't want to just be consuming alcohol like that.
Yeah.
Smoking weed with every step you take.
And listen, I know some women who have done that. Like, they never smoked weed in their life. They weren't really into, hip hop or anything like that. But because that's what, and I get it. You do like try to mesh your interests and things together especially when you get married. I get it. But to change your whole personality, and he doesn't compromise with anything that you want to do, anything that you leave. It's not.
I'm telling, and I know people like, oh, you always tell me I leave. You always tell me I leave. Again, I'm telling you what I know to be true.
Yeah, I mean,
leave, baby, because it ain't gonna get better.
No,
it ain't gonna get better. Because if in him, if you said it one time and you have given it 30 days and he has not changed, get out of there.
Right.
Get out. Because now it's on you. Now anything that happens after you have verbally expressed your need or your grievance, if you give it, now you don't got to even say nothing, and we talk too damn much.
Right.
Stop always telling your plan.
Yeah.
It just, you can count internally 30 days.
That's it.
If you see, oh, this nigga ain't doing, he's still doing the same shit. You don't gotta say a damn thing.
Just go.
If you think he crazy, let his ass go to work. Pretend like you going to work. Come back to the house. Get you a bag of shit. And stop being attached to material stuff. I think I said that last week. I'm going to keep saying it. If you trying to get out of a situation, stop being attached to material shit.
Right.
Because sometimes it may be a position where you in and you got to get out of there. And just start fresh.
Right.
Look, I remember one of my friends, she tell this story all the time. She left her ex and she had a house full of furniture with him. A house full of furniture that she had spent damn near $50,000 on, furnishing the whole house.
Right.
And when she knew she was done with him, she was like, I'm gone. She moved to a different city and she said, look, I slept on an air mattress for 30 days.
But she had peace of mind.
But she was like, I had to get away from there. Like, sometimes y'all got to be willing to do that.
Yeah.
At any age. I'm attached. I literally said this to my mother. I don't have no attachment to none of this.
You can't.
None of y'all. Like, I know no disrespect. Because I feel like people change like the wind blow. And people have proven that to you. Now, let's be honest. We not making up. We talking about stuff that people are proving to you every day.
Right.
They proving it to you how they feel about you. And what are we doing? No, because he had bought me them roses home. And he just said he was sorry.
Yeah. That's all it
and
takes for
bitch,
some
you
of
can come
y'all.
home the night after he gave you the roses. Like, on.
But you got them
Now,
you ain't got him to look at, but you got them roses to look at.
oh, we gotta stop this shit. And now we got to read about it on Facebook. I don't
Yeah.
want to see it. That's why I'm unfriending y'all. That's why.
That's why I don't go through my time. That's why y'all seeing, even though their timeline is not chronological anymore, but that's why some of y'all, because I don't go on there. I was finally going through my timeline last night while I was laying in bed. And I was liking posts from like 3, 4, 5 days ago because I was just seeing them because I haven't been on there, but it's just like,
Girl,
child, like exhausting.
get away from there.
Child. But
Girl.
anyway. Whew.
Well, child, we had a wonderful show.
Yes.
And you guys have a great week. Don't let nobody play in your motherfucking face this week. If they try you, get away from
That part.
I don't care who it is. I know I normally give y'all a lot of Jesus at the end, but sometimes I gotta give y'all a little bit of hood because y'all be acting like y'all don't understand.
Right.
And I still gotta see these posts every other day. And now I'm just deleting y'all.
That's it.
I'm trying to let some of y'all stick around because y'all need help.
Right.
Rest of y'all, unfriend. But yeah, I unfriended that dude. He gonna say, nah, let me go back to that. He said some crazy shit like, oh, a man can't express how he feel about his family and a woman respect him. Boy, you on your third, bitch. With your third, baby.
See? But you're not the problem, though.
Back to regular scheduled programming.
Yes.
You guys have a great week. You can reach us at girl_you know what. And you can reach us at DannieBSpeaks. And you can reach us at Wellness and Women and the Pink Box TKB, all on Instagram. We are really hoping that you have a prosperous week. And don't let the man take you down.
Don't.
Stay positive.
Yes.
I know it's rough, but just keep your head up.
That's it.
Until next week. Bye-bye.
Bye, everybody.